Sorta wrong, but nothing's off limits. I've been ripping down walls like Gorbachev. I do it for my dogs and do it for the cause, yeah. You do it for the blogs and do it for applause, yeah. You do it for the wrong reason, so I have to judge. The beat up on your song is decent, but your rapping sucks. That's why I can't endorse it. But still you're in the stores and people flock with open wallets to cop your garbage recordings. But I keep my hands in my pocket, that's ironic, like Alanis Morissette. I hate this game, but I can't just forfeit. Don't want the fame, but I'll take the fortune. The moolah, they say what you give to it, you end up attracting to ya. That's why I put my 2 cents in and got some change back. Guess it all makes sense in my brain, man. My bedroom feels too small for me, but the outside world's like doomsday, honey. I'll go Usain once you say run it. Lot of fish in the say, but 2 ain't nothing. My bedroom feels too small for me, but the outside world's like doomsday, honey. I'll go Usain once you say run it. Lot of fish in the say, but 2 ain't nothing. There's a rip tide coming, hold on. I think the sky's falling on us. There's a rip tide coming, hold on. I think the sky's falling on us, yeah. Falling on us, yeah. Falling, yeah. There's a rip tide coming, hold on. I think the sky's falling on us, yeah. Cloud 9 never seemed so far away. Guess there's only so much bullshit I can tolerate. Treat the booth like my pool pit I'm trying to congregate. But my pursuit of artistry has led my heart astray. I try to stay up on a straight and narrow path, but every time I look, it's like sand from this hourglass is pouring outward. But I'm all about my paper like I'm Jim Halpert. The top is just a shot away, so baby, give me shelter. Yeah, I'm South Philly's own Lil Helper, the Wolf of Broad Street. They call me the young Jordan Belfort. My story developing Corey Feldman the way they can't stand by me, like I just brought him here to see a dead body. Yeah, and that body's mine, so I'm the one you hide behind, trying to find peace in the deep end of this violent mind. Praying for Vegas, bowling for Columbine. Download it for free and sold up on Spotify. Like here, yo, sell your soul up on the dotted line, or stay independent and sell not a dime, just try to grind. Yeah, cause what a time to be alive, ain't it? God would've got more followers if she was Vine famous. But me, I just live free to die painless. I'll be rolling up the heaven's gates late like, hi haters. God is major and I'm grateful for the pain you caused. If I wasn't, I wouldn't have sang you these songs. Like, my bedroom feels too small for me, but the outside world's like doomsday, honey. I'll go Usain once you say run it. Lot of fish in the say, but 2 ain't nothing. My bedroom feels too small for me, but the outside world's like doomsday, honey. I'll go Usain once you say run it. Lot of fish in the say, but 2 ain't nothing. There's a rip tide coming, hold on. I think the sky's falling on us. There's a rip tide coming, hold on. I think the sky's falling on us, yeah. Falling on us, yeah. Falling, yeah. There's a rip tide coming.
What's going on? What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to another live stream. If you're new here, my name is Zach. This is Real Deal Futures, where I will be trading ES on the 1 minute chart from a TopstepX combine, live with you guys here for about an hour, hour and a half. Excuse me. We'll go over some trades, but first, if you like that song, that is Major Van Winkle. Unfortunately, no longer with us. Rest in peace, Major. I play a bunch of random songs for these intro, like stuff that I like, stuff that I just find is funny. Nobody's ever asked me about a single song, and I had multiple people ask about that one. So I played it again. I'll probably play more of his stuff, man. Rest in peace. Carry the legacy of the guys before us, man. But welcome back, man. Let's see what we had today. I didn't even have time to journal these in Discord. These are unofficial. I will go back and journal. I recorded some of this stuff. I wanted to record this one for sure and catch some of these on the recording so I can start doing these recaps. I think they're pretty sweet, but I will go in Discord. If you follow along in Discord, you know all my trades are journaled in there. Anything that I am sharing with you guys, I am going to try to be as transparent as I can be. Chart, trade plotted, trade report here from the broker or the platform, and then I try to do recordings as well. But this is where I'm at on the day. $523 resting P&L. Here's where we're at. Let's get a little bit of a zoom out view from yesterday. Again, I'm live every day, so I won't repeat the same stuff every day, but let's look at end of session, right? I'm buying highs up here. I'm buying pullbacks over here. Unfortunately, that was going to sell all the way back off to end the session lower, near prior day low, as you can see marked on this level over here. We pushed up overnight, right? Long was the play, all the way up. Put the pre-market low in here around 3:25 a.m. Eastern. At the open, stayed above VWAP. At the open, we popped bullish. I was really at first looking for this to be a run to the upside. Pretty decent long trade on this one. Wasn't super aggressive to start out. Again, we've just had wild volatility. I'm scaling in with micros. This is a micro chart for ES. Important to note. Increased volatility, man. Widen up your stops and targets. Consider sizing down. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I think you'll see a lot of guys talking about that and doing it. The guys that aren't doing it, I think you'll see a lot of them getting smoked. Scaled into this one pretty nicely. This was actually the initial entry, and then the final close. There were scale in and outs in between here. This ended up being a pretty decent size winner. Small loss, trying it again. After we sold off, also levels on Bookmap. I got levels on Bookmap that I want to pay attention to, so I'm going to get through this pretty quick. Levels on Bookmap above was looking for us to come into this liquidity and continue. This was a structural level that I started to see a little bit of reaction on. That was what this is based off of over here. Same play here. Waited for all of this stuff to chop back in. Thought, hey, we're breaking above. We're coming back up to test. Let me try this. Get long towards the breakout. Stop loss somewhere down below here initially. Cut this one short. Felt that we were indeed not going to break above, or at least I didn't want to put any more money on the line to find out if we were going to, and had the conviction to get short. I felt like we came up here, kind of put this, this double top in. We had a chance to break higher. Here was our nice wick down to continue. We failed there. We came lower, broke down below these lows again. I figured, hey, we are going to break lower towards pre-market high, towards VWAP at the very least, maybe 15-minute opening range high or opening range low. Unfortunately, if I post the recording, you'll see me get up in the middle of it for most of the trade, come back. I really liked it, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to hold it and manage it. I actually scaled in and then closed it. This was the closed. It's a shame when you have an obligation and you have to go, and the trade would have played out to be an absolute banger. I like to be honest with you guys. I wouldn't have held to the bottom over here. Maybe I would have caught a runner on the way down, like 2 micros or 1 micro, something along those lines. But final close, main target would have been somewhere around here. Maybe I'm scaling in and, again, leaving a runner and having stop loss below here, letting this run. We break below, stop loss above this high would have played really nicely. I try to, theoretically how I would have managed this. A lot of times I could say, oh no, look, it wicked back up. This would have stopped me at break even. This one would have worked out nicely. It's upsetting to say. You can't talk about what would have, could have been, but this is one of those instances where I had one last week that would have ran for even longer. That was a pretty nice win. That this is just a missed opportunity based on my schedule. I typically trade until around 11:30, 12. This would have been fine for me. Jumped off my one-on-one early with the gentleman that had to go, and this one was painful. So nothing you can do about it, man. Those happen. So again, these will be plotted. I'm going to leave some of these on. I will just hide them. They'll be plotted in Discord with the trade report. You guys get everything. But that was my morning. Ended up, I think I was like 450, something like that after this one. This knocked off 100 or so, brought me down to like 350. And this brought me back up to 523. Again, you'll get the full trade breakdown with dollar amounts and all the stuff that you guys like to see in Discord. Right now, we are pushing lower, and there's liquidity on the book. Needed to get that done first with you guys. There is liquidity on the book down at 52.55. If we zoom out, let's see what we got coming up structure-wise. A whole bunch of chop, right? We got prior day low down here coming off of this. Do I have another clear level that I want to trade off of outside of pre-market low? Not really. Not until we get down here and have this level that's been tested a couple times. Maybe you say like off of this low, something like that. I don't know. I don't have a super specific level that I would want to put between here and prior day low. That's just me though. You guys put your levels where you want. Let's zoom out. So we get VWAP cleaned back up. I want to get short on this. There is a level on Bookmap that I will show you guys. We got a break and retest of pre-market low going on. Let's see if this continues lower. Here is what I'm looking at on Bookmap. I see you guys commenting in the chat. What's up? What's up, everybody? I will jump on quickly, but I'm trying to get through this fast so I can actually trade. because I think we got an opportunity here. This is what I'm looking at. This has been on the book, I think, all day. If I go back to like 9:30, oh, that's as far as it's going to let me go back. Yeah, all day. Big stack of orders down at right about 52, 55. Do we have to go there? No. You guys saw me target liquidity yesterday and take 2 L's. Wasn't the only reason for my trades in that direction, but these areas do not have to act like magnets. Sometimes price gets close and just, doesn't tag them. A lot of times they're in obvious places. Sometimes they're not. Like 52, 55, is that a super obvious place? Maybe it's some weekly level or some level that I'm not paying attention to. But for me, is that a massive level that I would be looking at? No. So I like having Bookmap for this reason. Let's throw that on here so we know we got some Bookmap level. Let's just say Bookmap. We'll know what we're looking at. Below that, there is more down at 52.40. Just so I don't have to switch back and forth so many times when you're on here. Feel free to ask if I'm not in the middle of a trade or something like that. We could look at it. Boom. I like this for a short, guys. I really do. I don't know that I want to wait for a break below this low to take it. That would be a pretty tough entry. And I do see liquidity above that we just saw, right? Here's what we're looking at again for those of you that are just hopping on. Level of liquidity up here. We got some orders, not nearly as much as this big spike on the DOM down here. If we zoom in, you'll see how red that gets. Significantly more than everything that's around it. 52.97. Again, not using any of these exclusively. This is not magic. There's nothing that works with 100% accuracy or even close to it. But you can find the tools that you like to use, help you find your levels, help you structure your trades. Do your thing. So, I'm liking this for a short, guys. I think we come down into this. There's potential for us to run lower. I just don't know that I want to have a stop loss. I definitely don't want a stop loss below this area. And I think the same thing. If we come up here, we could see some volatility, maybe a crack to the upside back towards VWAP first. But I'm tempted to try it from this level with low risk and a really wide stop to start. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to run a stupidly wide stop up here. I am targeting these levels down here, a continuation down towards prior day low. I wouldn't want to get completely out of the position down here. I'd love to go stop loss to break even. Uptrend structure failed. We got downtrend structure. We're back below pre-market low. We didn't really continue down just yet. Do I think we're more likely to continue down right now, given the data that I have? Yes. I'm also looking at this, right? If we're looking at like structure, right? We're looking at this this breakdown. We had this nice trend to the upside, higher highs, higher lows. We're breaking that. Maybe you say we're not breaking that till we get down here, but that's still a nice target. So I'm going to wait just a little bit more before hitting the sell button and starting to scale in. Again, watching Bookmap closely. Apologize for that intro being pretty quick, but I want to get some trading in if I have an opportunity, and I do right here. Would have liked to gotten short on this already. Breaking VWAP would have been pretty clean. Break and retest of VWAP and then continuation would have been pretty clean. Sometimes the moves happen in the middle of the day. That's just it. Yeah, going to give this a moment. If we come up here, I'm going to wait and see what happens. This would be an interesting spot to watch. We start to come back down and crack these lows again. I'm probably getting short with a super wide stop loss. Same initial plan. Waiting to see if we do continue in this direction, controlling risk as we come down, or allowing the trade just to move against me and take me out if it has to. But want to give this a chance to see if we come up to this level on Bookmap. Maybe we need to break and test this area right here. I wouldn't want to say we need to come all the way back up to VWAP. If I threw a high of day VWAP on here, which I don't have right now, just to get another level. Yeah, it's even higher. Cool. Sorry for being twitchy with the chart. Yeah, I'm going to run this a little bit more zoomed out. I like to see this structure. Cool, cool. First, what's up? What's up, Will? What's up, Kudo? You guys and your crazy names. I can never get anybody right. Robert, what's up? Quinn, breakout, 5250, which is psychological level. Yeah. Yeah, I see it, brother. Yep, right down in that area. Definitely going to see a reaction on Bookmap. Little pullback and then a breakout. Resistance at 5,300. Yeah, absolutely. Psychological level there. There you go. That's answering my questions of, you know, maybe what the significance is behind these levels on Bookmap. Let's go. What's up, fellas? How do you find your buy-ins for the day? Get them pips. We're getting ticks here, but that's okay. I'll take it. I don't really find a strong bias for the day. If you listen to the stuff that I post in my free Discord, every morning you get my chart, you get my levels. If you're not in the free Discord, here's the plug for it. Free community, live trading, no VIP paywall. I charge to work with guys one-on-one, but if you're dead broke or you don't feel like you want to do that, feel free to hop in the free community. I share analysis, this chart every day with the levels that I have up to that point. I break down what I'm looking at, potential trading ideas, what I might be looking at the open based on where we are pre-market. And today I discussed not marrying a bias, not needing to say, I think we're going to go up, I think we're going to go down, and carry that with me all day, allowing price action and market structure to develop, and then trading in that direction for my session. I will look at higher time frames. I will start on the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 30-minute, maybe really zoomed out. That's how I find my discretionary levels. Here we go with the pop back up to Bookmap. Glad I waited for right now. I'm still looking for a sell. I want to see what happens when we get up here. Maybe we crack higher. I'm going to look to sell into momentum to the downside, and I'll take the L if I'm wrong and we're not going to come down here, which is totally fine. I don't form a strong bias for the day. I do pay attention to higher time frames. I pay attention to where we are in the grand scheme of things on the U.S. indices that we're trading here. Are we on a tear to the upside, ripping everybody's face off day after day? Yeah, maybe I take that into consideration, and you can call that a bias. And I think, let's see if we break pre-market high and prior day high, I probably want to be getting long. Maybe we're melting like we were last week, and if I'm taking a sell trade, I'm thinking we might have some room to run on this thing, and I hold it like I did. So again, I don't want to be so black and white, but I think overall, if you're trading the US indices, maybe at NYSE Open, it's important to know where you are on the daily chart, but I wouldn't marry a bias, or at least I don't find it helpful for me to come into the day with a strong bias that because of all this stuff that I'm seeing, before I even see the price action and market structure that prints for the day, I think we're going to go up. I think I'm only looking for longs, and I'm going to keep taking longs until I win or I run my account into the ground. So a little more flexibility, I think, can be helpful. I wait for structure and, to develop on the low time frames. Sometimes I'm a little bit quicker. Sometimes I wait for a little more structure, but I like to trade along with the trend if I can on the lower time frames throughout the session. Not to say I won't take counter trend trades based on certain factors where we're at, levels, Bookmap, all of it comes into play. But I get asked that question a lot. How do I form my daily bias? How do I decide if I want to be long or short that day? I don't decide that before the session. I might have an idea. Like this morning, I had an idea where I wanted to get long. I can come away from this for a little bit, but I am watching this, guys. Watching us come back up to this level, right, that was tested here, failing to go lower as we came down, running up in pre-market, and then at pre-market really just getting ready to break out a pre-market high. Initially, I'm looking long, right? We're above, we're high in the daily candle from yesterday. We are above VWAP. This is looking bullish. We pop to the upside is my confirmation. Like now I'm ready. Would I be looking for shorts up here right away? No, probably not until we get down below VWAP or till we get some structure to form, or until we have more data that prints, pop to the upside, failure, pull back. Maybe we're still looking long on the way up. Nope, we failed to go higher. Now I'm looking short. Tried to get long again. That failed. Now I might look short. Waiting for structure to develop. Even though we looked bullish on this move, now I'm going to look short. Price is showing me that we're going lower. So that's that's my thought process on it. You may very well find creating a daily bias through a number of factors and confluences helps you greatly and can give you direction for the day. Not so much for me. Again, I think if you're going to trade really low time frames, like the 1 minute, I would consider pretty damn low, or the 5 minute intraday for a couple hours a day, you're not looking for this massive move, these huge, insane moves. You don't have a lot of room. You got to be trading with that trend, with that structure. And if it's telling you, up or down, you might want to be trading along with that. So didn't pull up to that level on Bookmap, push back down. Man, I just don't want to jump the gun too early on this, but I would love to be short from up here. If I get short with two micros way up here, and I throw a stop loss, like literally I got to be like 10 points above this, maybe even more, because I think we might move lower, but I think before we do, we might pull one of these. It's a tough one, guys. Run like a 25-point stop on this, 100 ticks in ES to start. I might go for that again, just with the intention of scaling in as we come lower. Yeah, again, looking to scale in. My trading idea is to hold down towards these levels on Bookmap if we come down here. I would run a very wide stop loss because I wouldn't want it right here. There's liquidity above these highs up here on Bookmap. If we come up there, I think we are, even if we're going to reverse and continue in the direction of my trade, I think we're likely to see some volatility, and I wouldn't want to be taken out by a big candle there. I would have loved for it to come up here, tap in to all of this, see some really, really decent volume, and then a push to the downside. But I may put about $250 on the line with a couple micros here, as to not miss this move to the downside that I see developing.
Order filled.
I'm going to go for it from way down here. Not way down here. Here's my game plan, guys, on this one, because this is kind of a unique move, at least for me. I'm looking to hold down to this area. This is my trading idea. We're going to come down, break this low, continue lower. Whether or not that's going to happen, that's up to the market. If we come up here, I'm in light with 2 micros, about half, or about half of what my risk per trade is. My max risk per trade, what I like to keep it around. I'm dynamic there, so don't hold me and burn me at the stake there. If we come up and come up to this level and push through, stops me out. Done deal. I don't miss the entry up here with the first couple micros. We come lower, start to break below this low. I'm going to move my invalidation point all the way down here, about 12, 11 and a half, 12 points lower. Continue to add in and target these areas moving lower. Areas on Bookmap, psychological levels, prior day low. That's what I'm looking for, rotation back down. Don't know if we're going to get that. Again, I see this level up here. I see this, area here. I see this hesitation here at pre-market low. I don't love it, but I'm going to get in light. that's my game plan. What's up, Michael? What's up, guys in the chat? Welcome, welcome, welcome. But yeah, I like the opportunity on this one, right? We're coming towards the end of the day. Do we rotate all the way back up from here? Maybe. Maybe we come all the way back up. We slice above VWAP, and it's similar to yesterday where we had this trend that formed early, and then we're just going to, rotate back up into the range. I think there's a very nice opportunity for this to continue lower after chopping around and pulling one of these moves. And if we do, we got liquidity down here that can work for or against me, right? Like I'm well aware that maybe we come down here, fill these orders, and price does want to move higher. Buyers are in control, and we just need to move down here, grab a bunch of liquidity on Bookmap, and then just rock it to the sky. That's fine. At that point, I'll probably be stop loss to break even. But I could see this, really absorbing and continuing lower. Again, can totally go the other way. That's the realization that you have to have in the market. It prevents you from, when it comes up here and stops me out like you saw yesterday, from being, oh man, I'm so upset, I'm so bad at trading, I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't have confidence here. No, you put your risk on when your strategy or your approach, like I like to call it, tells you to put risk on. You manage your trades to the best of your ability, applying some consistency, especially to risk management, and you let the odds play out in your favor. That's it, man. But I appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you being on here. We got even more people than... No, we had some people yesterday for sure, but we got a bunch of people we got to trade on. We're in the money. Let's see what we could do. Ooh. Tempted to scale from here, and I think I might. Again, guys, watching Bookmap, here is what I'm looking at. Right here. Big level of liquidity. Big spike on the chart, right? If I get rid of that, you'll see that that one is a decent size. Was a decent size. Some of those orders started to come off. But I'm headed down towards that. If I wasn't paying attention to Bookmap and I didn't have Bookmap, I'd probably take a similar trade, right? It's pretty simple. We're trending down. I want to get short. We pulled back. We're continuing lower. We're breaking lows. It looks like we want to continue down. Sells of the play.
Order filled.
I am adding to this one and controlling my risk. Stop loss just above this high. Going to disregard now this level of liquidity. If we come down here and pull all the way back up, I will let this $150, $130, whatever it is, winner turn into a loser. That is my acceptance on this one. We need to wick higher after putting this in. That's it. I'm out. Adding in, trying to amplify this winner. We need to pull back up here. I think that's all cool. I'll let it do what it does. But I want to get in a little bit heavier as we come down. And I have my entry all the way up here. If I do want to go stop loss to break even, I'm not waiting for the trade to come all the way down here to try to scale in and get a really, really deep add in. So explanations, guys. That's where I'm at. Again, relative, this is 4 micros. So like I talked about with adjusting for volatility, if you go back on almost all my lives, I'm trading minis, and I'm trading 1 or 2, maybe 3, sometimes more, but probably around that 1 or 2, primarily minis at a clip. Right now I'm trading 4 micros after adding. That's less than half of 1 mini. So it should put things into perspective of how much I'm scaling down with an increase in volatility, and even how much risk I'm putting on the line, for these trades. So, whether you want to do the same, or, in your own trading, if you're trading, or, you're just going to get paid out on this big volatility, that's up to you. So we are coming down towards this level on Bookmap. Let's see if we can hit it. Let's see if we... what happens when we get there? Do these start to fill? Do we add fuel to the fire, headed lower. We'll see. I don't think I'm going to scale in heavier on this one, at least right now. I would look to start to scale out near that level of Bookmap. Start to secure a little bit of profit. If we get down there. Again, guys, this comes back up, stops me out, easy. Maybe you're in a similar trade and you say, you know what, Zach, I don't want to risk that. I want to go stop loss to break even. I don't want to let a winner turn into a loser. Follow your plan, whatever your approach calls for. Maybe you say, nope, if it comes back up above this high, I want to be out for, $50. You trade as you see fit. But again, you're going to see me looking over to the side. Here's Bookmap, guys. I'm in a trade that I'm managing, so I do want to have that chart up in front of me, but this is what I'm looking at. Massive level of liquidity that we are approaching. It's been on the book all day. We've headed all the way down towards this level. Do we turn all the way back up before we get here? Maybe, These levels don't have to act like magnets. Price does not have to come into them. These orders can get pulled off the book. A number of different things can happen. But I like this as a target. I like these psychological levels that are down here, as someone was mentioning in the chat. And I like prior day low that we're headed towards, or even the low of this morning's session as a target. I think we got room to move. So let's see if it plays nice with me. Again, if for nothing else, if you didn't have this marked on your chart because you didn't have any kind of level, or maybe you had something down here, you could expect maybe an increase in volatility. If for nothing else, an area of interest on your chart. If you're not going to say I think we're going to be drawn to that, I think we're going to reject there, I think we're going to push through there. Even if you leave all of that, by the wayside for idiots like me, you say, hey, maybe if we get down there, we're going to see a pretty big ass candle. There's going to be some volume behind that candle. Just a thought. How to identify VWAP? VWAP is an indicator. It's in this tab here. If you're using TradingView, it might look a little different. It is an indicator. Standard session VWAP. I just changed the color. I also use anchored VWAPs. Those are drawing tools that I will show you in a second right here. Under the projections tab on TopstepX or TradingView, anchored VWAP. You can anchor this to a specific point on the chart and it will display a volume weighted average price for from that point on. Viewer steadily growing. Yeah, what's up, Steven? Yeah, man. Got some cool stuff. If you guys don't know, I was on a podcast with Austin Silver. Dropped Monday of this week. Tell a lot of my story, a lot of the stuff that goes into my trading. Great conversation. He's a great dude. I'm very grateful to have him at this point in my content sharing and live trading, helping me out. But that is on ASFX. It's the day trading show on YouTube. Really, really cool platform. He has a bunch of other, good guys on there talking about a lot of different topics. So it's cool if you want to check that out. I will be on Top Step TV next week on Tuesday, August 13th for Power Players, 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central. That should be fun. Super excited about that opportunity. Would love to see you guys there. Tune in, chime in the chat. Let them know what's up. I'm not encouraging anybody to spam anything or do anything crazy, but I'll be live with those guys, so it'll be really fun. Would love to see some of the guys from the community there, man. And then I'll be on the trading battle end of September, it's looking like. 2 traders head-to-head for charity. I'll have more info on that. But another pretty cool live trading style platform. Looks like fun. Looks like a lot of fun. So yeah, man, a lot of viewers, community's growing super rapidly. I'm getting like over 100 followers on everything. Every time I wake up, it's cool. Added 50 plus per day on the Discord. So it's really cool, man. Again, huge thank you and shout out. You got to give credit where it's due to Austin Silver, man. He spotted my stuff, liked my content, got me on the show. That led to introductions to Top Step, to the trading battle. I really appreciate him, supporting guys like me that are out here trading live and grinding and, showing the journey. Dropped my name on Top Step TV last night. I had to go back and watch it after somebody in here told me. You know, they were giving some praises, which was super cool. And it ended with long Zach. We're bullish on Zach, so we'll see. I got to hold up the uptrend on my content and my trading now. But yeah, excited for that, man. If you don't know what TopStep is, it's the prop firm of choice for me. It's a futures funding prop firm. It's what I'm trading on right now, TopstepX. They run a live stream every day with real traders trading live accounts and combines and sometimes practice accounts. Bunch of big guys on there. Really, really cool. It's all day. TopStep TV. Just go check that out if you are free throughout the day. Maybe you come over here and you see when I'm live, see how I'm doing. But TopStep TV is next level stuff. It's great. Yeah, so we're in the money a little bit on this one, guys. Again, I'm holding. I don't want to go stop loss to break even yet. I'm going to manage as we come down into this level. If we come down into this level, let's see what we got on Bookmap. Still there. Orders are not pulled, man. I might try to take 2 off here, maybe secure like 150, maybe 1 off. I don't know. I really would like to hold this for the move down towards the end of the day, and I think I'm going to do that. Man, we're close to it. Yeah, part of my trade management is just asking myself, you know, how far is my invalidation point? Like, this is the clear invalidation point if we zoom out, right? If we come all the way back up from this high and start to expand and go higher, you know, that kind of rules out a continuation short. We move 30 some odd points higher from this. I just don't know if I want to go stop loss to break even as we come into this level and just make this a risk-free trade. Probably wouldn't want to let it come all the way back up here. I don't know that I would want to let it even come back up to pre-market high. We got some, you know, some pretty harsh price action on the downside, but these are the decisions you have to make. You know, do you take it off now and wait for a pullback to re-enter that may or may not come and risk the price running? You know, it just comes down to your style and your trade management. For the most part, holding on to these bad boys is going to be the move for me. Coming down into this level of Bookmap right now. Let's see what we get when we get here. And if I take 2 off, my average entry is going to be moved down to here. That's worth noting as well. I scaled into this 4 micros. In the futures market, your entry as you scale in or out is going to be displayed as an average. So I got 2 from up here somewhere and then 2 from way down here. Ooh, man, dancing around this level, right? Like not moving into it. Yeah, this is it's not a tough one, but the if-then statement is if it comes back up to near my entry, do I want to let this one turn into a loser? That's the reality you have to accept if you don't move your stop loss. I don't know that I want to trade that for allowing it to push further down. But we're about to come into this liquidity anyway, so we'll see what happens. Let's look like on the 5. Yeah, man, fucking struggle. Excuse my language. Struggling to go lower. Struggling to go lower. Yeah, this comes back up to my entry. I'm probably going to cut it. If it comes back up to my entry before pushing into this level on Bookmap that I'm looking at, I'm probably going to cut it. I think a wick up before continuation down is in store, and it can happen. I just don't want to be caught completely on the wrong side of it. We'll see. You guys will see it too. You'll see it live. What's up, man? Howdy. Hope to trade wins. Hope the trade wins. Yeah, dude. You know, win or lose, we'll move on. That's the part of it. If you trade long enough, you know you got to get through the losses, the big wins, the big losses. Hopefully not too big, or the losing streaks, I should say. If you're keeping risk controlled, and you know, you can't control the market. It's gonna do whatever the hell it wants to do. Like push back up before coming into this level of liquidity right here. You're going to make me close at break even, aren't you, ES? Sorry, guys. I will answer questions from the chat in just a moment. Watching this on Bookmap. I'm also watching intently to see if like anything starts to change on Bookmap. Do we get like a massive amount of orders that start to come up on the book above price? Do we see stuff down here start to fall off? You know, that could make me more or less confident to hold this trade or manage it differently. But so far, not much has changed from what I've been showing you guys. Again, this level right here is what I'm looking at. Large amount of liquidity relative to everything else on the order book. That stuff down low did come off. That's interesting to see. Let's see what happens as we come into this. 240. Yeah, 240 still on there. Even heavier, actually. Welcome on if you're hanging out watching. I'm a little bit quiet as I am watching this trade play out intently. Trying to manage it to the best of my abilities. 4 micros scaled in, 2 from up here, 2 from down here. Following trend of the day, or at least the recent trend of this session, headed down towards these levels on Bookmap. Can we get a break of this low? What happens when we get down here? That's out for debate. I am going to hold into this at the very least. Yeah, guys, I'm going to make this risk-free. I'm going to make this decision now. Stop loss to break even, risk-free trade. You know, we're not going to lose money on it. Just on the off chance that we do come into this and start to really harshly find support and crack back up. But I'm going to hold this trade without taking anything off right now through this level. That's my game plan. We'll see if we even come down into it. We'll see if we're just going to dance around here, find support, and move back up. We'll see what happens when we come down into it. But I would like a push below this level, really past it towards the 250 line, or a continuation lower. But that's fine. If I scaled out of 2 right now, my entry would be way down here. If I wanted to continue that as a risk-free trade, I'd have to go stop loss right here, which I think is very, very, very tight. So that is my explanation of this trade management. We pull back up, I get stopped out, and then start to continue. I'm going to look for the same trade. That's where I'm at. Yeah, and let me rephrase that, not taking 2 off. I'm not going to set a limit order here with 2 like you'll sometimes see me do. I'm going to wait to see what happens here. We get a nice crack through. I'm going to look to sell 2 of them, secure a little profit, and then move stop loss down to break even for the area that this entry will move to. Ooh, let's see. Tapping into it. Not really. We're actually just still right above it. We're not tapping into it. Right above a whole lot of liquidity on Bookmap, which I will show you guys again later. But now that we're approaching, I'm going to keep focus here. You know, these are combines. This one in, back at break even. I have a bunch of them. I press them hard. I still try to take my trading seriously, right? I would encourage you guys to do the same. Whether you're trading a large live account, an XFA, a demo account, try to take it seriously. Have some respect for it. Even if you're going to size up and get super aggressive, even if you're going to be conservative, try to take it seriously. If you want to have fun like me and throw 1 micro on when we're not so volatile towards the end of a session and hold out, based on the chat vote, maybe you do that, but even that I definitely don't recommend. Man, like dancing right above this level. We keep approaching it. There we go. Now we're coming into it. That's volume being traded. A lot of volume being traded. You could see it on Bookmap. You could see it on the volume bubble. You could see it on the traditional volume. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. I'm going to hang on to this one just to see if we waterfall towards this next level. But taking 2 off here, not a bad play. Look at the volume traded on the traditional volume down here. Reaction all the way back up. I'm going to hang on to this one, guys. I'm going to hang on to this one for a little bit longer. I want a little bit more of a push down. Ooh, we did tap 250 though. Should have had a line there. Yeah, guys, here's the power of Bookmap, right? Like, not that it was... Do we react really harshly to the upside here? That's kind of what I'm waiting to see. I would like to take 2 off if I feel that we're going to continue back up. I think there's a lot of potential to move down lower if this is going to... If sellers are going to hold this. See, back down towards 250. Looking to find a spot to start to scale out while leaving a runner on. Yeah, my comment was going to be, this is the power of order flow and Bookmap. Whether or not you're going to use these as targets, whether or not you think price is going to be drawn to them, You can expect a big ass movement at the very least. Look at the volume that was traded. How did we know that this was here? A simple tool. That's it. It's level 2 data. It's available from a centralized market. There we go. Nice push down lower.
Order
I'm going
filled.
to take 2 off there, guys. Secure a little bit of... Oh, my gosh. I'm hitting sell.
Order filled.
Oh. That's not what I wanted to do. Wow, I got a fat finger on this one. Oh, man. That's not what I wanted to do, guys. All right, this will be fun to go back and watch how I did that. Unbelievable. All right, now I'm in it. 2 off, 5, 6, 7, 8. $250 secured in profit, $200 running. I added a sell, 2 contracts. Just staring at Bookmap too much. That's what that is. Instead of buying 2 to take 2 off, but that's okay. We're going to let this run now with a much worse average entry on both. I'm targeting this next level. We're below 250. We're holding a little bit below 250. I'd love to see a close and a continuation. Scroll back out. Nice, guys. Nice. A nice fat finger mistake for everybody. It's been a while since I did one of those, man. Not the worst thing in the world, and maybe would have played out in my favor, but that's not the move. I wanted to scale out a 2 there and have 2 running, but based on this new information on that mistake, I'm gonna let the second 2 run towards this level that I just added in there. Watching Bookmap, we got some at 260 up near my entry. Got orders coming on the book above. Problem is now, as I go to scale out, I will have an even worse price to have a stop loss at break even. Trades playing. Trades playing out. Trades paying me. We're going to look for a limit down here. Limit buy. Oh, limit buy 2. There we go. Above this level of liquidity that we are looking like we're going to come down into. Try to refine that on my chart. 40. I got it at 240. $41 3/4. Yeah, I want to be a little bit above that. Well, we got pretty damn close right there. See, do we get somewhat close to that area? Again, looking to take 2 off near this and then leave a runner. Maybe that fat finger mistake helps keep me in a trade that's going to go in my direction. Maybe not. Again, guys, just watching Bookmap over here on my second screen. Maybe I find a way in the future to be able to show you both of these at the same time. Holding, holding, holding. Getting ready to take 2 off. As we come down here. Pushing into it. Or getting close to it.
Order filled.
There we go. got a very nice fill on that one by waiting for a second, waiting for it to crack. This is what I was talking about. Fat finger mistake, adding 2. Now I got 2 as a runner. Fine. Let's see what we can do on this one, guys. We got a trade rolling here. Liquidity coming on the book above price on Bookmap. I will be able to show you guys this after, but now we got liquidity way back up here. I'm thinking of leaving like 1 micro as a runner on this one. This thing really melted, huh? Again, guys, still staring at Bookmap, not staring at the YouTube live chat. Trying to manage this trade. Anticipating a pullback here at some point, just applying the basics of market structure and price action. No serious level that I'm targeting really before prior day low.
Order filled.
Taking 1 more off there, securing another, what is that, like $60 or some odd dollars. We'll leave 1 runner. I think this is very likely to come back up here. Check this level back out. I'm going to leave 1 on just in case it absolutely continues dumping from here. But we won't leave much money on the line. Decent sized winner. What did I start with? $550. We're up to $11.55 on the day. Not bad. Not bad. What's up? Oh, we got some people in here, man. What's going on, y'all? You see what happens when I start winning trades? Not bad. Not bad. No wick to the downside on this one. On the 5-minute, yeah, we're getting a little bit of a pullback. 2 minutes left on that 5-minute. I think it'll come and tap me, but that's okay. We'll see. We'll see if we can hang on to 1 micro for the move farther down. But this looks like it's finding some support, right? Broke into this level, all the way down to this level. You know, look at where we're finding support. Magical area that I'm coming up with on my chart, or just simple, you know, utilization of Bookmap. Big volume as we came and traded down into it, right? Look at the volume here as we broke down into this level on Bookmap. Look at the volume here. Just a thought, guys. Just observations. Maybe you find this stuff useful. Let's look at the chat, man. If I missed something and you want to hear about it, feel free, ask again. Welcome in everybody that's on here. We got a runner. We got a trade winning. We just locked in about $600 of profit. What was I at for the day? You have to go back and find out. How's it going? Good, man. Welcome in. Michael, how was your morning trading? Good. I did a review right before I started looking for this trade. You can go back and watch that. You could also hop in the free Discord where I break down and report everything. You'll get my trades plotted on a chart with the trade report, with an explanation of why I did what I did. You'll get recaps. A lot of times I'm recording or trading live. You'll get that full deal. I also been posting that now more regularly on Twitter and on Instagram stories. So it's all over the place. Caught the consolidation. Steven breaks down. Nice. 50% on the 150K. My man racked up $4,500. Very nice, Steven. Very nice. Take it easy now. I started a combine today. Nice. New hour will show. W. Yeah, W's in the chat, man. You guys seen that video? I forget what ridiculous streamer it's by where he's like going crazy. It's like W's in the chat. So many W's in the chat. Price is way too high. You need to cut it. Yeah, I know that song. Smart. I'm up way too much on my practice accounts. That's a good thing. Need to do this with my funded accounts. It's hard to do with funded accounts. Brutal. Think of Bookmap levels like a dam. The dam breaks, guess what happens? Yep. And Quinn, you talked about, if I scroll back, you talked about that 5300 psychological level, 5200, 5250, right? You know, even if you weren't using Bookmap, maybe you're looking at psychological levels. Let's go. Oh, someone said don't hit your cells. Oh, man. You saw that one. All right, yeah, so guys, I had a fat finger mistake on this one. It actually ended up working out okay, but that was not what I wanted to do. As we were coming down, I was looking to take 2 off. I had my mouse over sell. As I'm in a sell, you know we need to buy if you want to take 2 off in your sell. I sold again, and then I took 2 off quickly, and then I just held for longer, and then took 2 more off, and then 1 off. Go back and watch that. That'll be fun. But yeah, Back to the Futures saw it coming. Don't hit your cells. Yeah, that dude, you tried. See, I'm staring at Bookmap. There's probably some performance and execution review to be done on that one to make sure that actually doesn't become a big problem. As I'm looking more at Bookmap and less at my trading screen right here where I need to execute, I got to be cautious as I'm coming back and forth. And clicking the wrong button. You know, it's as simple as that. That's how mistakes happen. Tried to warn you. Very nice trade. Beautifully done. Great day. Nice timing for the stream. Plus only 1 trading ES streaming that I know of. Yeah, man. Not a lot of guys run ES. Austin Silver definitely does. You'll see some guys do, but it's almost all NQ. Like everybody and their mother trades NQ. I've had much better luck coming over to ES. I was initially trying to size down. It was a risk decision. Being able to trade the same amount of micros on as minis as I do on the TopstepX platform, it kind of changed that up, right? Because I could really just size down very low in micros on NQ. But even on a day like today, like micros might be pretty aggressive on NQ for the way that I trade, the way that I start with really wide stop losses sometimes, like you saw me do on this trade, which I'll go back through. We'll kind of just dig into, you know, my initial risk structure and what I did on this one. But yeah, ES is sweet. I find it to be slower. I find it to trend tighter. These are all hard to quantify, but it feels less wicky. It feels like, you know, it's going to break and then just continues. It is slower moving on the 1 minute. You know, I find it to be slower moving. So yeah, I like it for all of those reasons. Nice timing for the stream. Like, guys, I think bro literally came from the future to warn you. Back to the Futures came from the future to warn me. He saw my mouse button on the sell as I was saying I was getting ready to close out. And go back and watch that one. That's funny, guys. It's really funny. Ended up being a good thing. Didn't listen. Yeah, I didn't. Why do you think they prefer NQ? ES is better for my heart. I'm in left field hanging to YM to Dow. Yeah, looks like we're gonna get stopped in profit on this one. Maybe. Yeah, we'll talk as we're waiting for this thing to play out. Yeah, why do I think they prefer NQ? It's very volatile, right? In order to make money in the markets, you need movement, you need volatility, and NQ provides that in a big way. You do not need a lot of ticks. Let me back that up. You don't need to be risking a lot of ticks to make a whole lot of money on NQ. It moves very, very quickly. It's a very volatile instrument. I think that's why they prefer it, why many people prefer it. ES is very based on the similar market, and NASDAQ is also tech stock based. Maybe there's some fundamental reasons there. ES tracks very similarly from a structural perspective. It's influenced by a lot of the same things, being another U.S. Indice. It just seems to be a little bit slower moving, a little bit more controlled as far as the price action and market structure. The tick dollar amount is different, but even then, it's still much lighter in my world from the risk side. So, yeah, maybe they say NQ is like the big crazy monster brother of ES, and that's pretty accurate. If you're trading YM, I don't know. I used to trade US 30 and NAS 100. primarily. You know, it was no ES. So I'm a fan of YM. It just
Order
feels,
filled.
there we go, stopped in profit. It just feels like, you know, it's in its own world all the time. It's kind of doing its own thing. I liked NQ. I liked NAS 100. I wanted to really focus up on that. Coming over to ES was a blessing in disguise for the reasons that I did it initially, and I've just stayed on it. It's been sweet. So, ES boys, and hit 3 out of 3. Yeah, like honestly, man, if you're struggling on NQ, I would, you know, as a non-financial advice, you know, thought, I would seriously consider backtesting on ES and starting to look at ES. I feel it's much, much, much more controllable. Maybe there'll be a day for me in the future for NQ, but for right now, it's ES. So let's look at some of these. Yeah. We had initial entry at 52.79.25 at 44. Boom. That was initial entry. Initial stop was somewhere way up here, right? You guys would have to go back and check the initial stop. I don't get that information from the trade report. I could look at it on the screen recording. So initial entry here of 2 contracts. Let's break it down. This is, I think, can be just as helpful, guys. So, you know, I'll watch for another setup. I'll watch for another trade. You don't got to go anywhere. We still got a little bit of time. But I will, I think the breakdown stuff after the fact to talk about why you did what you did and to show it is just as important as watching it happen live. So scaled in at 48 right here. Price was 67 flat. Boom. We're going to see the fat finger mistake here. Everything came out in profit. I made $2.50 on that fat finger mistake. And it actually encouraged me to hold the trade longer. So, blessing in disguise, but we won't really count so much of that happening. We'll talk about it as the mistake and how to prevent it. 210 over here. Yeah, right there at 52.50 flat. Fat finger. Let's do that, because that's actually where it happened. And then where did I close? Okay, I added and closed right away. And then, oh, wait a minute. That was earlier today. Did I add and close one? I'll have to go back and watch, guys. I'm looking at my low trade report here. Added and closed, yeah. Yeah, short one and then closed one. I'll have to go back and see what I did on this one. But essentially, fat finger mistake. I'll put that there. And then we closed one more down here somewhere. What was the close price? 38.75. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe I'm just maybe I'm misremembering something. But I'll go back and do the whole thing for Discord, and then stopped out 49.5. Final close. SL. Boom. Nice. Does the math add up? 282.50 plus 297.50 plus 250 plus 56.25. Yeah, $638 winner. 638 on the trade. Nice. I like it. We'll talk about this one in a minute. If you guys got questions, feel free to ask in the chat. I can answer some questions now as I'm not in there. If you're not in the free Discord, hop in the free Discord. Where is my free Discord thing? Haven't had that running the whole time. There we go. Boom. Nice. Free Discord. No VIP paywall for to be live trading with me here, asking me questions. Analysis, my charts every morning. Explanation of what's on my charts and what I'm looking at. News every day, talking about red folder news, psychology, mindset, a full trade report from me every morning so you can see the trades I did take while I'm not live with you. I'm also live every day with my one-on-one team if you're interested in real one-on-one coaching. Not a course, not some program with a bunch of pre-made videos or BS stuff. One-on-one, custom-tailored coaching to work with me, where I show you exactly how I do what I do, and more importantly, help you make steps in the right direction. Trading plan, risk management, trade management like you just saw on this one, everything that goes into profitable trading. Be more than happy to talk to you about it for free. The link is in the description and on my site to book a free 30-minute call. I just had 2 of them today before I hopped on this live. 2 great guys. If you're on here, I hope to be working with both of you. No pressure if you never do it, but I would be more than happy to talk to anybody interested in how that might help you. Let's talk about this trade. We're selling off. For those of you guys that jumped on late, we're selling off, right? As I started to hop on, we had broke and we're retesting this level here. We watched price climb back up. I waited because we had a level on Bookmap, which I will go through. Bookmap was definitely a factor in this. Waited to see if we were going to come up to this level and what might happen. Scaled in short 2 here with a very wide stop loss. This is big, right? Very, very wide stop loss. Intending to add and then bring my stop loss down, which I did if you go back and watch the video. The add here was the indication that, hey, we had a chance to go higher. I don't want to miss this move to the downside. If we're going to break this pre-market low again, break below these lows, we may just move lower. We may not come up to this level of Bookmap. If we do come up, I get taken out on a light amount of risk. No problem. Broke down with some force, volume behind it, added to as we're coming down to this low, anticipating it breaking. That worked out in my favor. Controlled risk on the way down. Was targeting a level on Bookmap. Huge level of liquidity here. If you go back on the video, you'll see me talking about it, showing you Bookmap. I'll go and show you Bookmap after this. Not a big surprise, guys, right? That there's a huge candle, a huge amount of volume relative to everything around it, right? Outside of 12 o'clock and in the morning, which was obviously more volume. Big amount of volume, more volume that was traded in the last couple hours, right at that level. And a breakthrough, sometimes acting like a dam, like one of the guys in the chat just said. This looks like it wants to push lower, I'll be honest with you. Got another short setup right here if you want to take the breakout to the downside, targeting prior day low. We continue lower, we might just absolutely run for the end of the day. I'm not ready to hop back in. I'm cool with this for right now. I'll just kind of wait and see. But yeah, broke Bookmap here, was targeting this. Fat fingered as I was trying to take 2 off here, ended up closing and opening and closing, and then holding all the way to down here to close to close 1, and then 1 more up here. Pushing through Bookmap or using it as a level support, I don't know that I have a strong bias exactly either way. If there's multiple levels, I think it's more likely to start breaking through, at least from the short time that I've been watching it, breaking through and continuing to the other ones, fueling the move in whatever direction, down or up. That's what we saw on this one. And then big surprise right here, we saw big volume traded again as we come down in, but this time no more liquidity down below, used as support. Found support right there, harsh reaction, just cracked below it by 4 points, not a whole lot. Is it a big surprise that it happened right there at 52.40? No, maybe that's already on your chart. Maybe this is weekly level or some level, volume level or, value area, something that I'm not using. If it is, great. And if you have a way to identify some of these things, fantastic. If not, maybe you consider order flow, man. It's been really cool to add on, even in the dumb, simple guy way that I use it. Not using all of the tools, not even really diving deep into the understanding of so much of the other stuff that's available on there, but just the heat map. Let's go back real quick while we watch this break. Obviously you got a short setup here. If you wanted to go short here, stop loss above this, targeting prior day low. That's not a bad play. Given where we are and the time of day, I don't know, man. I would have just wanted to hold mine short and allow it to turn into a loser probably at this point. Definitely a level here you could see, low from the session right after the close. That's obviously an important level. Another reason there's liquidity there and we're finding support. Here we go, right here. So I'm not going to get short on this right now. I don't know that I'm going to get another trade. I will watch and see. Still a little bit early. Probably give it a little bit longer. Watch to see what happens. We melt below this level. We got some room to go. So we'll see. I think guys will probably start looking long if we break above this. If we break above this high, I won't. But yeah, that's the deal. Let's look at Bookmap together real quick. Ooh. We got more liquidity on the book, guys. Oh, wait a minute. We might have a trade here. Oh, boy. We're coming down into a big level of liquidity right now, guys. That was not on the book before. From the time that I've been yapping my brains out talking to you, it's right below these lows. I think we're going to break and continue down towards prior day low or past prior day low. But I think we're going to see something right here at the lows. Big surprise. Sorry, now I got interested. Quickly back up at 260 also. We got some stuff that came on the book here for sure. Yeah, let's just watch it together. Here's what I'm looking at, guys. This is Bookmap. It's an order flow tool. This is your traditional depth of market, your order book for the instrument that you're trading. This is ES, price, orders and their quantities displayed in a histogram, best bid and ask, volume bubbles displaying volume traded, traditional volume down here. Heat map displaying where there are large levels of liquidity, orders resting on the market, on the bid and ask. Right now we're coming down into one. I think this may act how the last few have acted, and we're going to, if we come down into it, we're going to push through. We got another level down here that came on the book as well. So I misspoke just a short while ago while I was breaking down that trade, saying that we don't have more levels below. We do. Here's what I was looking at for this trade. Huge level of liquidity. This is really zoomed out now. Huge level of liquidity here. Ignore and continue. At 255. On the book all day from the morning. Larger than anything around it. Was targeting that area. Was cautious of this area up here where I had that really wide stop loss. We came down into it. Fueled. We could see volume traded. Fueled the continuation of the sell-off. Saw this area. Used that as the second target. Came down into that. Volume traded. And we could see liquidity coming on and off the book there. We found some support right there. More volume came right back on. Excuse me. More liquidity came right back on. And that's the stuff that stayed. So I wasn't paying attention after closing that. This is how I utilize Bookmap. Nice and zoomed out, finding areas of interest that are lit up like a Christmas tree on this chart. I like my horizontal levels. I like to trade to and from them and past them, breaking out above and below or reacting at them. Bookmap can provide you really clear indications of areas of interest, if for nothing else. That's what we see right here. And, again, you have an example like yesterday where there was a large amount of liquidity above price, and that was part of my trading decision to start to go long all the way up high. And we didn't go to that. We turned before that, not too far away, and we started to sell off. So to say they're always used like magnets and price goes directly to them, no, not going to say that. I think it's interesting to identify some anomalies that seem to form around these levels, but I'll let you do that yourself. Just show you how I'm using it and my thoughts on it. So, Bookmap, order flow tool. This is its own software. I get a lot of questions on what this is. This is its own software, guys. Bookmap.com or whatever the website is, you would go there. It's a paid subscription. You have to purchase this, and then you have to pay for level 2 data that is fed into this software. Level 2 data comes from a number of different providers. Bookmap has their own data. You can use Rhythmic or DXFeed or any other of these other data providers. Maybe you have data, level 2 data coming from somewhere else that you can use or integrate. I don't, so I just have it here. But it's really 2 subscriptions to run Bookmap. The software itself, and then a subscription to level 2 data, which you would need for any depth of market chart if you're going to use a DOM. So yeah, that's the deal with Bookmap. Again, I'm not the Bookmap expert. I'm not an order flow expert. This is relatively new for me, and I am giving it the proper amount of time to see how it plays out across a lot of market conditions and a large sample size. I think that's important to do in trading. Very, very, very helpful to start. I will say that. We'll see how it plays out over a number of months and, 50, 100, 200 trades. I think you got to look at things, tools, and parts of your trading in big sample sizes. That provides a much clearer perspective than I subscribed to Bookmap, and for 2 days, I hit all winners because I used it and it went great. All right, that doesn't tell you enough. So I'm grain of salting it there. Steven says, I'm one of Zach's students. I paid off my investment in a week. I highly recommend. Steven is killing it, dude. I don't like to go into more detail than the general stuff with anybody that I work with because it is confidential, man. You're trading, working with your coach. That's between you and your coach. But Steven is absolutely killing it, man. I've shared that he was 50% to passing 150K. He passed it, I think, in like 2 days. And then he continued to trade that account past the $200 a day requirement to request a payout, and then requested a payout for $2,300. Awesome, man. Everybody give it up. That's fantastic. He did that within a week to 2 weeks, man. Absolutely killed it. Is that normal? No. Steven was experienced. He had previously been funded. He wasn't coming to the table really, really early on in his journey, but being able to work with someone like myself to hold you accountable, to really refine what you already have in place, but maybe just kind of work out some kinks, risk management, trade management, create a system, to go along with that. And man, you can go far with it. So yeah, Steven, absolutely killing it, dude. Absolutely killing it. I think he's going to go very, very far. I'd be blown away if he didn't continue on that path. So well done, man. You deserve a congratulations from me and from everybody else in the community, man, that's sharing their journey. We love the wins. We've got other guys in the chat that are regularly killing it. Hop in the Discord and you'll see. Michael, I recorded my DOM to see the way the big order of 2,800 orders. I can't see how 2,800 orders were bought. Did someone take it out? I'm not sure. Thanks, Steven. We'll probably also have a call. Yeah. You can look at really detailed information on the heat map and within Bookmap. I don't know how you would do it on other platforms. But for me, I really don't hone into it. What I look at is if orders start to get pulled, if that heat map starts to lighten up and that area on the DOM starts to come off as price is moving close to it within, let's say, like a point or two, you can usually see that happening. That tells me that maybe it is spoofing, it is manipulation, however we're supposed to describe this. But those orders are being pulled from the book. They're not staying there. They're not going to be traded. We're not going to see a large amount of volume. And who knows now what happens as price approaches this level where there was liquidity through active orders, but they're fake or they're getting pulled. So that's kind of how I look at it. Thinkorswim has a free Bookmap trial, but they only have one instrument at a time. Cool, man. Yeah. This month is NQ. Next will be ES. Awesome. Yeah. I mean, leverage whatever you guys can to keep it free. Watch a live DOM stream while you trade. Yeah, I've heard they live stream. I don't want to encourage that. Also, I don't know if I'm not affiliated with Bookmap right now. Maybe there's something there in the future. I don't want to encourage something that they're like giving something away for free or, whatever. I've heard a lot of guys say that. They stream Bookmap on YouTube Live or other platforms. I will say I adjust I'm constantly messing with it. I'm zooming in and out the way you see me doing it. There's a lot of settings that you would want to play with. And then also you really need immediate data, right? I don't know how helpful something's going to be with a whole lot of latency. I recognize on YouTube here, there's a lot of latency, so with Zoom, it's next to zero. But if you're looking at utilizing level 2 data, but you're going to put yourself in a position where it's delayed by, a bunch of seconds and you're not able to adjust it, I don't know. Maybe you look at it on YouTube as you're deciding whether or not you want to use it, but that's that. Nah, funny silly colors increase your edge. Yeah, man. Yeah. Again, I approach stuff with that cautious optimism and being, realistic about it. I don't know. I'll go out on a limb and say maybe I continue to use Bookmap and I decide that it's not helpful to me and it's hurting me more than it's helping me, or it's confusing me. That reality's out there. I'm not going to get on a hill here to die on yet. For now, it's been very useful. First, I started watching it. First, I studied it, watched the videos, read up on it, understood as much as I possibly can, played with the settings. Then I started watching it, saw how it would have theoretically impacted my trading decisions in a positive way. Now I've been applying it to my trading decisions. Is it the first thing I'm looking at? Is it the only thing I'm looking at? The main thing? No to all of that. Price action and market structure, man. That's been the cornerstone of my traction coming all the way over from Forex. That's what continues to be the cornerstone. Along with that, horizontal levels, both market generated, like you see pre-market high, pre-market low, prior day high, prior day low. This is market generated information. It's objective. It's not my opinion what yesterday's high or low was. Wow, look at that. And then discretionary levels, volume tools like VWAP, traditional volume, and now order flow. That's what I use. Push down into that liquidity. We can see volume traded. You can see volume traded on Bookmap. And you can see volume traded on the traditional volume down here, although it's loading up pretty slow. Yep. Again, as I started to look at this, I was getting enticed. There's a decision to be made at a certain point. Again, I'm pretty flexible with myself and where I'm at, given my confidence level and experience. There's a certain point in the day, after taking a lot of wins and running yourself into profit and having multiple trades, like you saw, I had 3 trading ideas, all of which were scaling in and scaling out from this morning, and then another one this afternoon. Do I want to continue now for a 5th trade? After closing out a winner, being farther down in the zone, maybe, but I started to make that decision to just kind of sit back. This was the trading idea, though. Watching liquidity stack up right below this level, looking at a shot that if it does come down into it, it pushes through like we saw at some of these levels here. Also, maybe that it's drawn to it, and that we continue lower to prior day low or even below where there's more liquidity on Bookmap at 52.17. Again, let's look at another example of it, guys. Liquidity comes on the book back here as I start yapping and not paying attention. Stays on the book. Price comes down into it. Big amount of volume that's traded. You can see it by the volume bubble. Again, exactly how much. This is pretty much my dumb guy way of looking at it. Did this stay on the book as price, looking through this bubble, as price came down into it? If you zoom in super duper close, you could see it even clearer. Yes, confirmed with the volume bubble, confirmed with volume traded down below. Push through, not a massive melt afterwards, but more liquidity down here on the book. Not a ton, right? Not a massive amount relative to what we had earlier, but a significant amount. This is different every day, right? How thick or thin the book is. I don't know what the average is, but that's what this histogram displays, or whatever you would call this. I think I'd call it maybe this is a histogram. Whatever this graphical imagery displays here is showing you relative to everything else. Same way with the heat map. As you zoom in and out, like this isn't fixed. As you zoom in and out, these will display in different colors based on all of the other data that you are displaying within this scale right here. Red being the most amount of orders, black being the least amount of orders. So as you can see, like I zoom out, this turns much lighter yellow. But if I zoom in to really to eliminate all of these other levels of liquidity, you'll see how quickly that turns bright red. I could even scroll below it and show. Yeah, see what we're talking about there? Important to note, but again, very easy to use in my opinion. This looked very intimidating to me and to other guys. I think you can start the way that I do very simply if you wanted to with Bookmap, looking at this and reading, depth of market in a very simplified, elementary type of way. I think the traditional DOM, in my opinion, is even a little bit more intimidating. I don't know that I could be fast enough monitoring that. But, all that what works for you. Maybe this is just confusing and a nightmare for you. You want to look at something else. You want to look at footprint charts. You want to use Sierra charts and have a really cool custom layout for footprint to show, stacked imbalances and read delta and all this other stuff. There's different things out there. So, yeah. Any questions, guys? Feel free to ask away in the chat. If you hopped on late, I'll plug some stuff I got coming up. That's pretty sweet. I'll be on Top Step TV next week, August 13th for Power Players, 12 p.m. Eastern. I'm super excited. Would love to see you guys here. Hop in the chat. Tell them you're from Real Deal Futures. Tell them what's up. Don't spam the chat. Don't spam anything for that matter, my stuff or anybody else's. But that would be cool to see you guys. Top Step TV, Power Players, trading live with the big dogs, August 13th. Super excited for that opportunity. Grateful and thankful that I'm getting it now. Podcast out with Austin Silver, ASFX YouTube. Great dude, great conversation, great platform, super fun. I talk a lot about everything that goes into my trading, my journey, my backstory, just different pieces of my life that I think you guys might find interesting, and then some technical stuff about trading. And along with that, the trading battle sometime in September. It's live trading. They put 2 traders head to head for charity. Should be really, really fun. Looks like a really cool platform. I'll give you guys more information about that. Hop in the free Discord. Free Discord. Not a VIP feeder program where I show you all the wins from this VIP program. I just do that stuff live for you here. I trade live almost every day here on YouTube in the afternoons. I give you my analysis. I answer questions every day in the morning. In the Discord, I answer questions all day. I talk about everything that goes into profitable trading. And then I trade live with my one-on-one team, one-on-one coaching every morning, 2 hours every morning, and then multiple one-on-one sessions. If you're interested in that, I only work with a very limited amount of guys at a time. Got 2, one that I'm working with right now, one that's on the hook coming up in a week or so, and had 2 conversations about it today. I got like 5 more on my calendar. Let me tell you honestly, I don't care. I have not manufactured demand. I'm just telling you guys. I'm thankful to have a lot of cool stuff rolling, whole bunch of exposure, and yeah, I got 3 more. 3 more rolling. So if you're interested, man, in a real one-on-one coach, a trading coach, not a platform, not a set amount of videos or course or standardized program that I put you through with a whole bunch of other people, with 50 people. No. One-on-one, Zoom, face-to-face, me and you working on whatever you need to work on, and then live trading through Zoom with a small, focused group, maximum 5 traders. Right now, it's 1 that I'm working with that gets one-on-one the entire time. So that's what I believe can help people. Some of that stuff is what helped me, and I can't scale it. I can't work with 10 or 20 or 50 people at a time doing this. I will increase the price to filter by demand. That's what I'll be forced to do. So guys, not manufactured demand. If you never buy anything from me, it's totally cool. If you're dead broke, you're just getting started in trading, or you don't know anything about me, follow along for free, man. Hop on the lives. If you want serious help, you want to get serious about your trading, and you want to dedicate a month to doing that, hit me up. Free 30-minute call. You could book it through my site, Real Deal Futures. You could book it through Discord. We could hop on Zoom tomorrow and talk about your trading, where you're at, where you want to go, and how I think I might be able to help get you there, or tell you I don't think I can help you, because I've done that before plenty of times. So same time, or you have different schedule for your streams? Yeah, bro. So I was doing Power Hour. I've been trying to figure this out. I've been trying to work around my ever-changing and getting busier schedule. I think I'm going to stick with around this time if I can make it happen. I prefer not to trade the last 30 minutes of the day. I would really prefer not to. And I don't want to trade NY lunch. So this is a detailed, as I'm thinking it through, answer, probably more than you want. Probably around between 1 and 2 p.m. start time for about an hour, hour and a half. That'll be the session. That's what I'm going to try to do. So let's say for right now, 1:30. I have a schedule that updates in Discord. I update everybody on Twitter and Instagram as well. Follow along anywhere outside of YouTube that I can post, and you'll get the updates, man. But I'm going to try really hard to get on the charts earlier for this afternoon session. I like the price action better, albeit sometimes slow and choppy. I'm not the biggest fan of trading into 350 with market on close and extreme volatility that comes in that can be just a little bit wild to trade for me. That's just my thought. So hop in. That's not even a clear answer though. Hop in Discord. Hop on my Instagram, Real Deal Zach on Instagram and Twitter. Both are verified. Don't fall for scams. I don't do anything with crypto. I don't want to manage your money. I don't have a VIP. Whatever. It's one-on-one live. We have to talk face to face for a half hour first. Anything else is BS. Thanks for the detailed explanation. Yeah, man. Are you using charts? I don't know what that is, brother. Michael, I don't know what chart. Maybe I'm just not reading it clearly. Absolutely loved your interview with ASFX. It was a warm feeling knowing you went through all the same struggles that I am as a beginner of only 5 months. Gotcha. Join the Discord. Yeah, Will, man. It's so much of this trading industry and space is, what can come of the successes, right? Lambos and Rolexes and, everybody's super confident in their strategy and they want to get clients to coach, or they want to, sell their program. That's okay. But what I really try to put out there on these live sessions and, in my content is the reality of where I am, personal to me, might be different for everybody, but the reality of what this stuff looks like, the wins, the losses, with a trading focus, right? We don't need to look at, money from my bank account or something for you guys to be entertained, and talk about the struggles and the tough spots as well as the wins, right? Like I get hyped up. I'm going to post on Instagram after this and Twitter, comeback win today, nice profits, right? I made more than I lost yesterday, and yesterday was like a larger red day. Great. But I post the red days. I post the stuff. I talk about it. I show it live. And I talk about a lot of the struggles, the endless search for the Holy Grail, having to overcome limiting beliefs within yourself, being able to, believe you can actually trade, all of that stuff. So I appreciate you acknowledging that, man. I think it's helpful for a lot of guys. And I think most guys would do a lot better with just more realistic expectations. This stuff is difficult, it's tricky, and it's not as simple as it can be simple, but it's not as easy as it is portrayed a lot of times. So 5 months in, man, you're very early on. You're doing great. Michael, I don't know what that is, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to just display something that I should know, but I don't know what a B adjusted chart is. My trading view chart is all standard candlestick stuff. This is a trading view through TopstepX, and that Bookmap is all the standard settings. Do you still get hesitant on entering trade setups that you previously lose on? If so, how do you say F it and just enter anyway? That's a good question. I think as you get more experienced and as you get years into it and maybe you get some traction and you do well for periods of time and that stuff starts to build confidence, it becomes less and less difficult to just enter when you know you should be entering. There's always something, I think, in us as humans that's going to be risk averse. So you always feel that, but you start to just create a different response to it. So to answer the question, sure. Every trade I put on, you know, I'm trying to process so much information, and I think about what I need to do, how I'm going to manage the trade, the risk that, you know, worst case scenarios, all that type of stuff. Am I hesitant after a couple losses? Maybe you become a little bit more cautious. You become a little bit more risk averse. But when you build the confidence through back testing and live trading, and knowing that being cautious and not putting on that next trade is not going to help you in the long run, you can start to create a different response to that hesitation. You can decide, I know when I feel this, I usually make the wrong call. I usually don't put the trade on that I'm supposed to, or I size too small or too big or whatever. There's an execution error. You see that in your data, and you decide how you're going to put processes in place to correct that. For me, it's not so much hesitation, specifically that instance, but there's plenty of things like that you can think about and need to work through. Yeah, man, it's a psychology piece there. You know, I would say things that can help you. Number one, understanding your risk management, understanding your data, your average risk to reward, your average win rate. If you can calculate some of that, if you're very discretionary like me, it can be difficult to do. It changes, you know, pretty vastly across your trading, but you can understand the amount of losses you can expect, right? And if I know that I should expect 2, 3, 4 losses at some point back to back over the course of trading, you know, 50 trades, 100 trades, when it happens, I know that it's okay. I'm not freaking out about everything that I'm doing. And I know that I put the next trade on, and whether that one's a win or loss, I did what I was supposed to do. You know, there's a piece of discipline in there as well. It's understanding, confidence, discipline. How do you build the confidence? One, through fire by trading it live. You know, maybe not in a live market with money on the line, but on demo. Back testing. I'm a big fan of back testing, man. Hop on TradingView, throw it in replay, back test the hell out of your system. And that just comes from experience, you know, building confidence in the market. You can't buy that. I can't give it to you. Nobody can. You have to, you know, build that mental toughness through experience. And then discipline. You know, are you becoming a disciplined, not to sound like the David Goggins of it, but there's a piece of this shit. So excuse my language again. Do you have discipline in other areas of your life? Can you make the hard choices when you need to and delay that gratification, right? That's what you need to do to take that third trade after a loss. That's what I needed to do after coming on here yesterday, ending out my day with 2 L's back to back, completely on the wrong side of the market, right? Like I don't care about talking about this stuff. I'll show you guys, even though it's not today. Bought the top and then another pullback. Same approach, same strategy that I'm using. You know, execution good, just didn't play out, right? I'm on the wrong side of the market. Market didn't cooperate. On another day, those are wins. Today, this morning, I have to come to the market clear-headed and have the discipline to continue down the path. It's hard when you haven't been there before. Much, much harder when you haven't been there before and you have to trade through it. Sizing small can help, and having a trading plan that you can execute and a risk management plan that you can execute through multiple losses at the beginning so you can get the experience while it's small will help also. So there's some tidbits there, man. I know that was a couple different directions. Discipline, confidence, understanding of your plan, understanding of the risk you're putting on. Use a free equity simulator, understanding of your data. That stuff can start to help you. Hope that answered the questions. Yeah, no, I don't think that I do, man. I'm reading, Michael, your question again. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Working on my discipline now. Thank you very much. Everything you just said. I think I need to book a coaching call just to get another perspective on your trading. Yeah, man. Again, they're based around talking about the program. So if you're interested in working with somebody one-on-one, again, I don't rattle off prices because they're going to change, but hop on the call. It's not what I would consider a terribly cheap program because I dedicate a lot of time to it. That's what I believe is necessary to help guys move in the right direction. I'd be happy to talk to you though, man. You can book it on my site, realdealfutures.com. You can book it through the free Discord. Along with that, man, if you're struggling on the psychology side, a couple good books that you can get that I have nothing to do with. Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, the popular stuff that you heard before. Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. Best Loser Wins by Tom Hogard. Mental Game of Trading by Jared Tendler. Read all three of those. If you're here now and you haven't read those, there's like 30 people in here, 178 have come in here and left. Read those three books. Read them. And then thank me later. Or don't. And I think they will only help. I don't think anybody finishes any one of those three and is worse off. They are psychology books. They're not based around strategy and technical analysis. They are based around the psychology of risk management and tell a lot of stories. They help reframe things. They give you solid analogies to work from. They tell stories from their own trading and struggles, and I think you guys will enjoy them. Best Loser Wins, I think, is more on the story side, demonstrations across different things. Mental Game of Trading gives you more tools and processes and actual, things that you can put in place, ways that you can make improvements. So, read all three, great books. Yeah, man. There's a number of other good ones, just specific to what you need. Are you struggling with too many indicators on your chart? You're trying to find the Holy Grail. You're using 37 indicators. Read Naked Forex. It's Forex based, but read that book. Makes the case to not use indicators. Are you struggling with limiting beliefs? You're having trouble breaking through a barrier of sizing up. You're having trouble believing that you can trade discretionary or really, staying attached to this goal. Maybe you read Think and Grow Rich. I'd say it's not a trading book, but it's a solid one. Yo, Zach, I heard you. I love Trading the Zone. Has been listening to it lately. I've noticed a big difference in my trading. Just making little mistakes, keeping myself from passing combines. I feel you on that one. Yeah, I've listened to Trading the Zone and Best Loser Wins. Again, I say different numbers. I don't know what the actual numbers are, but multiple times, and I'm like going over the second or third time on Mental Game of Trading. I just about finished that one up again. It's like studying. Yo, Zach, I heard you mention the book Naked Forex. Yeah, it's an awesome book. Timing is crazy. Yeah, man, it is. It's a good book. It's a good one. Again, these are popular books, right? Like everybody knows these names. I'm not coming up with, random stuff. Other really good ones. Let me see if I can remember. I'm not the book guy, by the way, guys. I listen to this stuff. I don't read any of them. I listen to them all, sometimes multiple times. Tom Hogard, I think, has a really good free one on his site. I think it's called Phantom of the Pits. That's really good. He's got another, I think it's kind of based off of Best Loser Wins. That's called What I Wish Someone Told Me 20 Years Ago. I think you can get both of those for free. Some other good ones in the space are Reminiscences of a Stock Operator. I'm better at trading than pronunciating that big word. But yeah, Reminiscences of a Stock Operator is a really good one. Really, really cool. Market Wizards, New Market Wizards, all of the Market Wizards books are solid. I think there's one that's called The Psychology of Financial Risk Management, or The Psychology Behind Financial Risk Management. That's another great one. I'm not going to say that I agree with everything in all of these, that you're going to take, something away from every page. But, if you're going to start running through books, there's some really good ones out there. And I don't think that I was worse off after listening to any one of these. But hop in the Discord. If you've ran through everything that I've said on here, let me know. Let me know what you're looking at, and I'll probably give you a book that you can find very inexpensively to listen to. Find a way to factor it into your day if you can. A little cheat code. I work out I train a lot for endurance sports. I work out a considerable amount. Sorry. Listening to those books as I'm training is helpful. Maybe it's on your way commuting to work. Maybe it's while you're chilling out, playing on your phone. Mix that in. It's solid. Solid. Yeah, I'm not going to take another trade, guys. I'm eyeballing stuff, but I don't think I'm going to take another one. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Let my winning day be a winning day. I don't need to press this account into oblivion. We're all good. Have a great evening. Thank you for your stream. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you for hopping on this one. I appreciate you being here. Without you, I'd be talking to the screen by myself. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Trading's risky. Most traders lose money. You're probably going to lose money. Nothing I say or do is a suggestion or recommendation to do anything. This is all for entertainment purposes only. Hop on my site and read that disclaimer in full. Book a free call if you want to talk about my one-on-one program. Hop in the free Discord before it's packed out. Become an OG, man. Get in here now. We got guys that have been in here for the last few months, building great relationships with them. All free. I'm not going to ask you for money in there. I'll plug my one-on-one. If you want to do that, great. If not, and you'll stay in the free program for forever, I'm more than happy to have you there. I will talk to you guys in Discord. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Let's put the tentative time on the board for tomorrow. Yeah, let's go for the same thing. Let's go for 1:30 p.m. tomorrow. That's going to be the game plan. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow here on the live, again on YouTube. If there's any changes, you'll know about it in Discord. I'll talk to you guys in Discord. Hit like, hit subscribe. Help me out, dude. Do something. You don't have to do anything. It's free. I always say that. But thanks, guys. I'll see you later. Be easy.